Since we have a pretty small apartment, we ended up ordering a table off of Amazon, and it's one of those kind, I think they call it a drop leaf table. And so the widest that it is these white pieces. So this is like how wide it is just sitting without being extended. But when it's extended, it can fit up to 6 people. It'll be like a little tight, but it can fit 6 people. So we're about to put that together. It came in the mail after just a couple of days, so we're very excited about that. And then we ordered 8 chairs, but we'll sell 2 of them from Costco, and they're just white metal chairs, folding chairs, so we can put the rest in the closet when we're not using them. So I'm excited, and we're about to put it together. So hopefully the instructions are clear. I will certainly link that below in case you are also interested in such a thing. So here we go. I'm insanely excited right now. My husband just went downstairs to the front desk to get a package that has arrived, which is our chairs, which means we have chairs for our table. I realize this probably sounds really dumb, but we've been living in a furnished apartment for a little while, and the way that it was furnished just wasn't very functional for what we're hoping to do with it, which is obviously for us, but also hopefully for a family and hopefully for like guests to come and stay with us and things like that. Upgrading to the table that we currently have, which we just assembled the other day. We just have been like sitting on the couch or sitting at this bar, which isn't all that like comfy. So we are very excited, and Andrew's run down to grab them. They're just folding white like metal chairs, and I think it'll go well with the table, and I'm so excited. So I just wanted you guys to get to see how it looks. I'm like 90% sure he's about to walk in the door. Our chairs have arrived. Our chairs have arrived. You want to help?
Love you.
Love you. Guys, I'm a fan. It worked well. I'm gonna also show you guys kind of the function of the table, give you a little tour of it, and how it goes from being a side table to a table for 6 people. The only part that like is always out is just this little white portion here. Underneath there's 4 little cubes, shelves, and they're not quite cubes, but anyways, there's 4 little shelves, and we can store some things there. So then what we normally have is it pressed up against the wall like you saw at the beginning of that little clip, and so it can be 2 to 3 1 to 3 people can sit there. So my husband and I tend to have that one side up most of the time, but if we're wanting to clean or something, then just pop it back down if we want more floor space. And then if we're having like guests over, then bam, it turns into 6 people can sit here. We got some storage. Super nice for apartment space. The table we had before that came with the apartment, it could barely fit 2 people comfortably, and the chairs were massive. So what's super nice about this is if we're not using the table, we literally can fit it in a small little spot within our like guest closet, which is super nice. Also, Andrew and I are big game people, like board game, card game, those kind of things. And before it was kind of a pain because we'd only be able to play it either on the bed, or then we got the couch so we could kind of play it on the couch and use like the bar stools from that, and we would just kind of use that as our table, or just again the couch. So now we've got this, which is amazing. The reviews on Amazon said that the instructions were really confusing. We messed up one thing at one point, but we figured out what we had done wrong quite quickly, and it was more just a confusion on our end. I don't think the instructions were particularly bad. They were pretty self-explanatory and helpful. The one difficult part was it said you could do everything with a screwdriver, and they gave one of those really pathetically small screwdrivers, which I will say that would not have worked for all of it. So Andrew managed to, with our like slightly larger screwdriver, get a lot of the small screws that didn't have like a pre-drilled portion, and that was particularly like quite hard. He had like a bruise on the palm of his hand from pushing down, but it was feasible. We did strip a couple of screws, but thankfully it was once they were already in, so it didn't cause any like structural issues. I think overall it was a very, very good purchase. Andrew loves it, and it's super nice, and we're very excited for when we can have social interactions again, because part of why we wanted a table that could fit more people was so that we could have people in our home and they could feel welcomed and cozy. This table, I will say, is quite narrow, so it will be a very cozy table. We will wait until it is safe for people to be in our home, which we're praying will be soon. If you follow me on Instagram, then you already know this, but for the last 4 months, Andrew and I have accidentally been using dishwasher pods for our laundry because they came with the apartment and we didn't read the package and we thought that they were for laundry. And we also didn't use the dishwasher, so it just didn't even cross our minds that it could be dishwasher detergent. So anyways, we recently discovered that, and we've been using our dishwasher instead of washing all of our dishes by hand. So that's been kind of nice. So yeah, I'm about to unload my dishwasher, but I thought that was kind of funny. Also, wait, I wanted to show you guys this. We were using our dishwasher before as our pots and pans storage, along with like the lids, because there's not much storage space, and Andrew and I didn't grow up with dishwashers, so it just made sense for us to wash it by hand, but no longer. So what I did, first of all, over here we've got our Vitamix. I realize it's dark, and right here we've got like our drying towel rack thing. Here is where the real magic happens. Originally, Andrew's like, we should get those little like rack things that people use to like stand up their pots and pans so they can like, you know, sit in it like almost like a filing system. And I was like, yeah, we should get that. But then I'm impatient and I didn't want to have to find it online, wait for it to ship, see if it worked, all this stuff. So I was like, I will make something out of cardboard, and that, my friends, is what I did. I don't know how well you can see this. So this is a saucier, which we kind of used as our pot. This is just whatever, and then 2 pans. So I took this box, cut off the like lid portion of it, and then I also took old parts of the boxes, other boxes, and I made it a little bit longer than the width of this box, and then I cut little things right where it need to go, so then it fits, and they use as separation so that like non-stick coatings don't get smacked against each other. Andrew and I love granola, and so I'm about to make some of that because we just ran out. I did a full batch the other day. It was like a couple of weeks ago, and we finally made it through. So I'm going to do another full batch because otherwise we have to make it pretty frequently, and I don't like to. So let's get to that because that's like the one food related item that I do, and I do it every couple of weeks probably. So The recipe that I use doesn't fit into just one of these, so I have to use two. Last time I just did it in 2 separate rounds, but it took twice as long. So I'm just going to use 2 separate bowls and then just in the making process to make it easier for myself. Now I'm going to look up the recipe that my mom sent me because that's what I do every time. Granola. Susan Edwards. Here's my granola recipe. If you're interested, I am. Thanks, Mom. So I'm really sarcastic. I really am interested in her recipes. They're super good. Good. Oh, coconut strips. Where are they? I knew I was forgetting something. Okay.